Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. I live in the thumb of Michigan, and I like to do videos on canning and baking and vintage recipes and just life at this stage of life. I am semi-retired and trying to be thrifty while still thriving. Whew, okay, I got that all out. Today I'm here for part of my June Jars and Pantry Stars theme for this month. And today is Pantry Stars. I am making dinner to take to a family from our church tomorrow that had a new baby. And they have 3 little ones, and then the 2 of them, and then now the baby. So it's a busy home. And so the request was to make sure that food is child friendly. So I'm going to be making some oven-baked chicken strips and cheesy potatoes and a veggie tray. And then for dessert, I'm going to make oatmeal chocolate chip cookies because I always have all this stuff in the house. I debated between that and the no bakes. I like making those too, but I try to always have in my pantry things that I can bake with. Flour, brown sugar, white sugar, oatmeal, some chocolate chips. I always have butter. And if I don't have butter, I have shortening. I try to keep that, for longer term storage. So I always have the things. I always have, like the baking powder and baking soda. So I always have those things. And there's all different kinds of cookies you can make and things with that. I debated on snickerdoodles too. But I'm going to do oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. And I'm going to bring you along. It's nothing complicated, but it's one of those just yummy, good, old-fashioned recipes. And I thought I would share it as a pantry star. I like making these cookies because it makes quite a few, and you can always freeze them if you want. And I like this recipe because it's both brown sugar and white sugar. I like the combination in a cookie. So I'm going to bring it down, and we're going to start with cream in our butter. I'm using salted butter. I don't always have the unsalted on hand, but I always have salted, and I just cut back a little on the salt that I add. Oven needs to be preheated to 375, and I'm going to drop in 4 sticks of butter so we can cream the butter and the sugar. And then it's 1 cup of white and 1 cup of brown sugar. It's a half a cup. There's 1 cup of white sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar. I'm gonna pack it. I am using light brown. You could use either. And I'm gonna lower this and turn it on. And let it do its magic. Okay, I'm gonna scrape down. Missy ate dinner. She'll probably be asking to go out soon. That's the next step for her. She's very much a routine dog. 2 eggs go in next. There. These are room temperature. And then a teaspoon of vanilla. So I just add a capful. And turn this on again. This is nice and fluffy now. I'm going to be using old-fashioned oats. You can use quick oats, or you can use old-fashioned oats. You can use either quick oats or old-fashioned, not instant. And the old-fashioned oats give it a more nuttier, give it more texture. And it's what I had close by, so that is what I'm using. And we need to put 2.5 cups in the bowl. Okay, now 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. There's 1, 2, and we're gonna half. Okay, it calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna put a 1/4 in with the dry. And it calls for 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So it calls for each. So here's the baking powder. And the baking soda. I'm gonna kind of mix this up some. Okay. Now we can go back over here. I'm going to add in a 1/3 of it maybe. And put it on low. Okay. Now we'll add half of what was left. And then the last. Scrape it down. I'm gonna give it one more whirl, and then we will fold in the chocolate chips. I don't want to use the blade on them because it will shred them up. Okay. You want to make sure we get all the batter off of here. All the dough. We want all this good stuff. You can add nuts if you want. I don't usually, because I think with the old-fashioned oats, it doesn't really need the nuts, and not everyone is a fan of nuts. Then it calls for 12 ounces of chocolate chips. I am using semi-sweet. I usually have milk chocolate and butterscotch on hand too. So whatever my mood is. The semi-sweet is probably my favorite, but I do like an oatmeal scotchy. My mom was not a fan of butterscotch, so she didn't like me making them. So I think they were a real treat for me when I would go somewhere else and have them. Make sure you get to the bottom. This is a very heavy dough. So now I'll get a cookie sheet, parchment paper. I don't always use parchment paper, but it does make it easy. So I'll grab parchment paper and a cookie sheet, and we will get to making this. To baking them. We made it, now we gotta bake them. This recipe recommends to make the dough into like golf ball size balls and bake them for 6 minutes, and then take a spatula and flatten them and let them cook 4 more minutes. So I'm doing like a well-rounded cookie scoop because I don't have the bigger size one. Rolling it with clean hands. And I'm gonna do 9. 12 feels a little crunch to me for when they spread out. So these will go in the oven and I'll set the timer for 6 minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to lightly push down. And back in for 4 minutes. Here's the cookies out of the oven. They turn out nice and round. And here's some that have cooled. And they are crisp but chewy, if that makes sense. And they're just a nice, basic, old-fashioned cookie. These are perfect with a glass of milk. I love to dunk cookies in milk. So there's a crunch, but they're still soft. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.